Yeah, just figured I'd talk to you guys real quick about I guess what this one's gonna be a little bit different just because the so we are experiencing a lot of DDoSing attacks on this night. For those who don't know what that means, it means the servers are basically just getting overflooded with info to where they basically just crash. So it's basically just someone making the servers crash, and it was happening to the race servers. Didn't happen in the heat race, but it happened in the LCQ a couple times, about 4 times. And then it happened a couple times in the main. So we were able to get through the LCQs, but not the main events. So those are gonna be done. Hoping to get this video out Saturday, so it'll be out the following day on Sunday, probably about 1:30. Is when the main events are gonna be out for 250 and 450. But yeah, this is just gonna be the heat race LCQ. It's going to show a little bit of our first attempt at the main. It already crashed 2 times prior to what you're going to be watching in the main. But then it's going to, obviously crash again at around the 8 to 9 minute mark. So only 6 minutes in to about 8 minutes in. But yeah, it's just a little explanation of what's going on. Still going to post these for the heats and the SQs. And then I'll have a separate video along with streaming it over on Twitch. So if you want to watch that, tune in tomorrow. I'll have a Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Round number 3 at Anaheim 2. Getting it done, Philly. I pull up the points here, right? You got your 250 West. My lazy ass, as you could tell, this is a screenshot from the MXB paddock. Kind of chopped them off at the top, but go follow them on Instagram. They kind of post a lot of updated news and all that good stuff. So leave that up to you guys. But yeah, they're pretty goated at what they do. They're taking some clips from the stream and all that good jazz. So go follow them. But they got the points up for 250 West. See, it is Ken's. He went 1-1, same as Cam in the 450 class. So them boys really showing out here today. Murda P2, he's 15 back. Then you got Chapstick, Rush Chapman, P3, 16 back. And Shifty and Yoda battling it out for that top 5. Valentine Victor Moza HW, who was second points heading into last week, now down to P9. And then we're going to go on to your 450 points here. Like I said, it is going to be Cam leading the way between all of them. Then you got, Jake had a good showing last week, battled Cam all the way to the end, ended up just not quite close enough to make it happen. So there is that. And then P3 is still Linz, but it's actually a 4-way tie between Linz, Neon Reed, and Trojan. All the way down to P6. And then P7, another Element Boy along with Aiden, 7th and 8th. And then 9th is going to be Chase of MRC, not the Chase of NA, for anyone wondering, different Chase. You got Tyler Jai, defending champ, has not been playing as much, has been, grinding apparently 5M, playing some blackjack on there. So that is, what it looks like for your points wise heading into tonight. Gonna swap back to the old slideshow, let the boys kind of roll on through here. Yeah. It's kind of what your points are looking like, waiting for the lobbies to kind of pop up. It looks like they are. Let me go back here. Let me see if I could find him. He's going to be in that 250 Heat 1, which is what we're going to be watching. So just kind of waiting, looking around, hoping to find some things. Ooh, I have that completely messed up. Let me go back in my tools, edit it. We're not going to be doing heat. We're not going to be spectating Heat 2. We're going to be spectating Heat 1. Since the Heats and the LCQs are staggered, what I'm doing is I'm going to do 250s first for the Heat races, 450 for the LCQ always. Might switch it up later on if, championship fights happening, but... And then 250 main, 450 aim, since those are staggered. So it gives kind of 250, 450, 250, 450 kind of vibes for going back and forth between the two of them. So, Yeah, let me pull up the this is your 250 qualifying results. We have Pinky getting P1 on the Honda. See how that, turns out. Then we got Murda getting oh, I'm sorry. He got P1. And then P3 was Murda. P5 was Nico. For those of you that kind of do a lot of TikTok stuff, he has the F cancer because his mom actually beat cancer recently. So shout out to him. He's gonna be wearing the breast cancer kit tonight, which is why we're in here. Download his stuff. We'll see if we could watch it on the stream. Moza is gonna be in that P7 spot. P9 for Bob Billy. 11 for Redo. And so on and so forth. And then we're gonna come down here. Ken's second in qualifying. Your points leader. Valentine fourth. Frank sixth. This guy said he could not run a lap. I call BS. I knew he was going to be running top 10 no matter what. I fixed my mic also for those. I fixed what should have been reshade stuff going around last week, so it should look a little bit clearer. I have to wait and see on that fully. But yeah, you see kind of everything going down for Heat 2. We're going to be watching this one, obviously. 450s, no surprise here. You got Cam and Aiden at the top of the board. Aiden looking to bounce back. Like I said, he's down there P8, I think, in points. So looking to make some revenge. I think you could hear the bikes in the background as they're loading in. But yeah, it's going to be a lot to go off of. Jake, Neon, Boy, like I said, Chase of MRC. Reed getting down in 9th in the Heat 1, which would be about 18th, I believe. Dizzle barely making it in. Ooh, just barely squeaking by 4 spots in, it looks like. Cam, Dorian Merritt, looks like Lynn's down in P8 of Heat 2. Trojan beat him after beating him last week. Ooh, coming in. See if you have your gear. Yeah, let me load in. I am in here. Boom. And then boom. All right. Let me try to find you. Let me try to find my controller real quick. All right, let's see if you're wherever you're riding around. Go page up here. We got your gear in there, the number 55 machine. There's MT as well of TSCZ Productions. Part of VDR, yep, I got the VDR stuff in there for you, Moza. LH, we got Murders, AEO stuff, we got K's Boots apparently, nothing else. Rytox. There's the boy with the pink. Number 74. Ah. So we look to be good to go here. Let me toss that down. Bit rate's looking good, not dropping. So now we just got to wait and see for this 250 Moto number 1 to kind of kick off here. He might be, is he 250 or 450? E-Rock. I personally did not see him. But I also might not have just been paying attention, so. Fair enough. Sorry, just trying to fix that overlay from being cut off at the bottom. You know, got the points all situated for you guys. I just closed the timing, so I could not tell you, to be honest with you. Otherwise, I would sure look. And we got all Rytox's stuff, LMC. Actually sticking with the dyno. Got it. Or they're at least they double pack stuff if they're not. Got the 527 machine. Sorry, just looking through Discord and all that. I'm sure everything is good to go on there. And Paco, hell yeah. Flipping off the camera, you love to see it. Murda, second in points now, so we get to watch him in this heat. Don't got Cans, he's going to be in the other one. For that, we do have Pinky somewhere on the Honda. Representing. Always love seeing the boys pick a different brand than the meta. Santa hat for LH doesn't quite fit on the A-Stars helmet. And I still don't know where the Honda is. He's rocking around somewhere. Oh, we found one. We found one. Breaking the rules. Breaking the rules. Oh, and down he goes. Getting a message from Ryan, or Meat Pie. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Big barking time. Alright, boys. Should be good to go. Now we just gotta wait for... I think they might be waiting for one more person to load in. If not, meh. Heck yeah. I'll try to run the ad break whenever I can so it doesn't show up during the main races. So, in intermission, if it gives me the option, I would try to run that for you guys, make it a little easier. But like I said, so just waiting. Mostly KTMs like you would expect. Quite a few Huskies. Like I said, the one Honda of Pinky who got the fastest qualifying. I still have not seen him riding around on that Honda. So got banned. Unfortunately, I do not admin any of this, so I cannot help that. That would be messaging Meat Pie about it or doing it in the ARL Discord. That would be a way to, figure that out. I do not control any of that. I just stream the races for people's entertainment. But, to the heat number uno, getting started here. Got Pinky all the way inside on that Honda. Got the 55 of Moza, who was, I think, third in points going into last week. Unfortunately, lost a bunch of positions. Couldn't get it done. We got Murda in here. Down that inside on that TLD gear. Revs are getting up. Waiting for the gate to drop. And Revan waiting. Somebody might be trying to lens launch there. We'll see if he gets a good start, if it benefits him. But gate is down. Coming through the first corner is going to be Moza of VDR. Then we got Nico LH almost going down there. Murda jumping past all of them, getting the triple here. Multiple people down. It's going to be Yoda, Pinky, your fastest qualifier. Marquette. Ooh, and it looks like MT is down with LH and Paco collecting with him, but out front it was going to be Moza, but he tucks front end. Murda trying to get a decent run. Nico's going to go to the lead there on with the pink gear, getting the triple here. And then railing the rut here was called for 450. I should have it up to where you might be able to scroll back. If not, it was Aiden P1, Cam P2, and I think Jake P3. But heading in here after the finish line jump, it's going to be Nico. That is his actual name. He has F Cancer in his name for the racing. Murda casing the double. Right Talk's trying to go around
Around the outside, cuts up inside on Murda, gets the pass done. Moza, who went down in the whoops early, trying to make his way back forward. Going inside here. Murda around the outside, trying to get Rytox back. He does, and Moza trying to work his way up. Kind of takes the line away from Rytox, forces him to make a mistake. Gets the triple out, gets the double. Barely cases it, but still able to stay clean. And Rico's going to pass Rytox and redo. Then we got Yachty, Bob Billy, Marquette, LH. It's probably Marquardt. I don't know. Marquette, I'm going to call him. But, ooh, down he goes. It looks like Yachty kind of gets into him, and then K gets into them. So Victor is going to come on through here. Victor, kind of a shock to see him, so far down the order here. He was kind of up there last week, but we'll see if he can move his way forward to make it in here. Rico down in the whoops. Looks like Rytox was barely able to get by here, but we still got Nico in lead, but Murda and Moza are charging quickly to try to catch up to him here. Inside goes Moza, makes a pass over the finish line. Kind of a case, but able to get it done. They're all going outside here. Moza kind of squaring up to go single, double, double. Murda hitting a different line there. Launching out onto the start straight is going to be a little bit slower for him. But maybe more consistent, not having to ride over that rut. Nico still holding on strong in the lead. Murda, small mistake there, losing some touch. These top three all starting to spread out here, trying to battle for the moto or the heat race win here. Nico, I think it might be the first one of his career. Does have that 74 for reason showed out either in outdoors or in Supercross last year. Mistake in the rhythm section. Triple for Moza. Murda makes a mistake of his own. Can't get by Nico. Nico rides them high. Mistake from Moza. Can't get the triple on. Murda gets the triple on. He's going to go triple on off triple. Gets the second triple. Moza casing once again. Nico having mistakes of his own. So Murda into lead just like that. From being patient, was able to get the line cleanly. We'll see if Nico can regroup here. Still going to be a good result, getting a podium and a good gate pick for there. He's going to go double, triple, double all the way through here, where these guys are going triple, triple, single. So we'll see if Moza can catch up to him. Looks like Victor got into that ninth and final transfer spot. You see there on the timing and scoring mistakes out of all these guys. Looks like MT had a problem. LH doing a 360, landing it almost, going down. Then Pinky, your fast qualifier, in the back. So it's going to be, might be an LCQ for him. And then we see Victor here right behind K. Looks like K has quite a bit of cuts because Yoda is in on that ETO machine. So got to wait and see what happens here. Victor able to get the double cleanly onto the start. Yoda trying to stay close because he does have a shot at this because of K's cuts. So got to wait to see just if he could hold it steady like he's trying to right here. You got Rico just behind him on that CDS machine. But watching these guys, K trying to work on Bob Billy. Bob Billy going inside here to get the single, then go double. We'll see if he can get the triple here. He goes for it, gets it cleanly, and then triple once again. Yeah, they were definitely a lot slower, obviously because of all the ruts. But, ooh, these two guys struggling. Rico, Pinky's finally coming through here, getting the triple on. Like I said, only one rocking the Honda this week. So a lot of lines obviously aren't that similar. On the smooth track, because I just suck, I was going inside there to hit the single, double, triple, or triple, whatever. But Pinky getting the triple, cases it, gonna have to go double here. But we go back up to Yoda, who's now behind K. So he might have a little bit of cuts of his own. See, going over the finish, it is Yoda. K's in that final one, and then Bob Billy actually went down ahead of these guys, so he's gonna be the one on the outside looking in. We'll see if he could regain time. He's got a minute left here. Try to close back in and get it done. And then you see Victor going inside here. Like I said, kind of surprised to see him so far back, but he's holding on that MXB mods machine. And then Bob Billy making a mistake on that Kaizen KTM. Probably a different bike for a model swap for him. But going to go back forward to Murda now, having to get past Nico as he makes a mistake. Nico blocks the outside. Can they both get the triple on? What a scrub from Murda to stay lower. Going to be on the left-hand side by side into this rhythm. Triple. Do they get double? Nico kind of closes the door. They collide, but they both stay up. But Nico forces Murda to go around the outside, gets in the top block. He's going to have a horrible run here, and Redo's going to get by him because of it. So a little bit of racing. Had to get by him because of it. But now Nico has a bit of breathing room. Murda has to rework to get past Redo to get back into that P3 spot. A little bit behind him, we have K now, who is slowly moving forward after being in that, close to not making it ahead of Rytox now. And then you got Victor holding on strong, and then there's Yoda in that 8th spot, Bob Billy in ninth, and then Yachty in 10th. So this is the battle for the final champ spot. Time expired after they crossed the line, so they got 2 laps to go here. It's what Yachty wants to see, but not what Bob Billy wants. So they're going to go double, double, single. Like I said, probably the more easier line, and it looks like Nico had a mistake. You see him falling behind Rytox there up ahead. So Yachty likes having the extra laps, but now he's got to work forward, and it looks like Yoda had a mistake, so now Bob Billy is going to close in on him. Just keeping it close and tight. Look, he goes down the inside. He takes this inside lap, misses the rut, though, so he's not going to, be as fast as he probably wanted, but Yoda's going to get to double across the start straight, triple, triple, single, while Bob Billy goes single, double, triple, triple. So line's about even there. Both get the triple on here. We'll see if these guys make a mistake while battling. Bob Billy almost gets into the back of him, able to hold on steady, though. And now we wait and see what happens to the loop. Somebody down. That's going to be Victor. Not what he wants to see. Bob Billy passes Yoda for the, looks like, 8th place spot. But luckily, Victor has a ton of room behind Yachty and Marquette. But Nico holding on strong behind Rytox as they're coming to the white flag now. Yoda in the 8th spot, Bob Billy, and then Victor is now P9 actually, so Yoda's up to P7 from that crash of Victor. But now Yachty has to hold on strong here. We'll see what he could do. He is on the outside looking in, so they do got to kind of charge forward. We'll see if there are any mistakes up here. This is a big group, and one mistake can turn into a big one. Especially with these 250s who don't have a lot of drive out of corners. Bob Billy goes double, double. And then Yoda gets the triple. Redo goes down. He was up there battling with Murda and Nico. So now got to keep an eye on these two. Looks like he's going to go double, double, double. Keep it safe. Not crash. Goes for the triple out. Cases a tiny bit. We'll see if he gets the triple on here or if he just plays it safe. Made a mistake. Has to go double. Table over single. And then he's going to go for the triple. Gets it cleanly. Bob Billy, mistake of his own. So Redo's going to get by him to move into 8th. Bob Billy now in the final transfer spot. Somebody's down up ahead. It looks like it is Rytox. Bob Billy, who struggles through the whoops, is able to just jump his way out of it. So all these guys moving forward. It was Moza that got the win. Murda 10 seconds back. Yoda down on the triple. He has to roll double. Luckily, these guys aren't too close, so he's going to hold on to it. He just has to stay smooth. He has to know he has a spot. Moves Bob Billy out of the way for no reason, but they both get in. And then Yachty and Marquette are battling, and they both are not going to make it. So it's going to be Moza, Murda, K, Nico, Victor, Rytox, Redo, Yoda, and Bob Billy, your top 9 to transfer in here out of 250 heat number 1. Then you got Yachty, Marquart. I just been calling him Marquette. MT, Braden, Corrupts, Paco, Pinky, Rico, LH, and I think there's one other. They're all going to be going to that LCQ for the 250 class. So, till then, we're going to be loading in. I'm going to run a 1-minute ad break so that we have a bunch of time in between. It doesn't randomly just start one. So, move over to here. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. back, but then for sure we're not going to get one during the LCQ, as long as you were in the stream right now. And then, like I said, I'll probably load one before the main event, and then I'll probably load another one before the 450 main event. That way, hopefully you guys don't get them, but I can't make full promises because Twitch is going to Twitch and do its own thing. But yeah, now I could run. Ooh, I don't know why I was just naming out all the riders whenever I could have just done this, but that's most of your LCQ except for Jesse and Moto are just below Ollie Roy at the bottom. So, yeah, we got a Fantic. Fantic for Ollie Roy, KTM for KN, Husky for Logan, as like he did last week, and Yami Haas for the rest of the guys. And then MKMG is below him. Zico and CYDN is below the bottom three that you can't see on that screen, but KTM some Huskies, and the one Honda Pinky who was fastest qualifier. But yeah. Is that the LCQ? Yes, that was the LCQ chart here. I could pop it back up to see if you want. But yeah, this is the 250 LCQ, except for there's 3 riders at the bottom that you just can't see, but which is MK, MG, Zico, and CYDN. This is 250. As you can see there. And then I go to the 450s, and this is the 450 class, which is the one that we're going to be watching right now. Apparently, Dizzle threw away a heat transfer. That's the Dizzle way. Alright, I'm going to go back to the... Yeah, so Dizzle, because he's a dum-dum and decided to throw it away. Yeah, he's got a battle with Trojan, Neon, Callum. Boy, I think he's pretty good. Yeah, way to go, Dizzle. Now I gotta go into stacked. Let's try to not quit before lap 1 for Dizzle though. That's the plan, because anything can happen in these LCQs. That's the plan moving forward. Those are the hopes I have for him. Definitely high hopes, considering who Dizzle is, but thanks for the follow, Yoda. Got you almost tossing away a transfer, but you held on to her. But just leaving this up for you guys to hold on to the the lineup going into that we're about to watch. Yes, sir. I know you just loaded in, but like I said, I'm gonna Alright, so in about 5 seconds I'm gonna run an ad. It's gonna be a 1-minute ad, at least that's what it says for me. So that's what it says a 1-minute ad is, but for any of you that aren't got ad blocker, Twitch or whatever. Nobody syncing? Okay, let's shut that off for now. Well, you Ooh, start time. All right, third time, please. Ooh, should probably get rid of that and keep that up. All right. So once again, for the fourth time, we got Callum, Neon, Ashford, Trojan, Boy, Lorenzo, Logan, Nobody, Dizzle. Oh, actually, it's Miles, and then Dizzle, then Joku, Taro, Leo, Cinzio, Dark, KN, Zaragoza, Jesse, and Ollie Roy. Wait till it gets Ritz on it, ends it. Then we'll have to wait and see, but revving it up. Fourth time's a charm. Gates down. Neon almost loops his Larry. Leo getting out there. Ashford gets sent. Oh, and Neon gets collected in it. It looks like Joku, Troy, Logan, and it looks like Ollie Roy, Callum, and Miles are all going to be able to get through the top 5 here. Troy down the inside, going to go double. Table over single. Jake gets a good drive. Gets the triple for Troy, sending it. Triple again, and then another double. So Troy holding on strong here in P2. Got Logan right behind him with Callum and Leo. And then we got Ollie Roy. Oh, Dizzle. You had it, and then you lost it. You front flipped in the whoops. Neon getting the triple after going down first turn, going triple, triple, single. Cinzio cannot get it done. Middle rut for Neon. Leo going around the outside, cutting down. But leading your first lap is going to be Joku, with Trojan actually getting him because of cuts. So Joku has 1 second to cuts. Got to be careful of that. Logan sitting purdy in P3. Callum getting the rut to the single. You got Ollie Roy, Neon, Leo, Cinzio. So Neon has to fight strong. Like I said, P2 in points. And it's going to be a big loss if you can't get it. Troy, like I said, he's tied for P3, so even bigger for him. Maybe Neon's tied for P3. I think Jake is P2. Have to go back and look at it. But Troy leading firmly on track now. Joku going off track. Might give him some more cuts. Another case, and now Neon is right in it. Like I said, Joku has that 1 second. So Neon's there. Leo jumping to the inside. Forces him wide. Takes the line from him. They both go triple. Mistake from Leo, and Neon gets into him. You hate to see it. And then he's stuck on there. Oh, and then he gets landed on. And then he takes Dizzle with him. Not one you want to see for those two. Now we're coming through the pack with those two. They had a good chance at it. They both went down. And there goes Ads. Ooh. But Dizzle, Ashford. Oh, they're both down again. So that is going to probably call it for Neon and Dizzle. Those two aren't going to make it through. So Joku's still holding on strong. He's got Miles and Taro behind him. So they're all going outside here. Nobody's doing the cutover line. I think I saw Callum doing it. Troy leading comfortably. He does have Callum behind him. At least I got Moto Academy skins now. Got their, at least their gear. So we have a bit of Cam's gear out there. And then you got Miles, Taro, and then Cinzio. So it looks like Miles has a bit of cuts. So Taro is going to have a bit of an advantage over him here. Because of it, Miles' case is inside for Taro. Moves him out the way. Almost takes him down. Not taking no for an answer to get into this main here. But now he has to charge forward and catch up to Joku, who does have some cuts. Thank you for your follow, Gaming Donut. But Taro, ooh, step over for Miles, gets a triple, goes for this another triple. He's going to triple into the corner here. Taro, see if he gets landed on, almost does. Miles forces him out. Oh, and then he goes down. He goes down. Taro somehow survived. Here comes Boyd through the pack here, charging. Yeah, Neon, just unfortunate circumstances. Look like he's not going to make it through here. Miles, after almost taking down Taro, takes down himself, and he's going to be passed by 3 people. Dualies, oh, connected, lands it, takes down Cinzio. It's just being a lethal machine here for Miles. And then there is KN, who thought that said Ken's for a second. Forgot. In the 450 class on to 250. Leo, who almost goes down himself, but now the boys staying on strong of Troy and Callum. Logan and Joku battling it out. Don't got to battle too hard. They got a bit of a gap here. But Boy is charging and actually goes down in the background. That's his bike flipping. And he takes, looks like Miles with him. And Miles goes down on his own trying to get out of the sand. So it is all up to Taro to try to catch back up to these guys. Going around that middle rut to get the triple on. It looks like Boy's down once again. So just keeping an eye on this final transfer spot. Got a minute left. They're going to cross the finish line before the time expires. So he's got 2 laps to go here by the end of it. Joku holding on strong here. Gets a drive through the whoops on Logan. They're going to get the triple. Then another triple. They're going to get the single into the corner. Does Joku go for a move? He doesn't. He beats patient. He's playing it smart here. He knows he does not have to make a move to make it into the main. 21st gate pick over 22nd does not make it much better. But down he goes on the inside, absolutely scrubbing in his face. Almost goes down, but I think it might have been worth it for him, just almost going down but tossing it dirty. But he's still got a big gap, though, to Tiro, as he is holding on strong here. Don't know if he has the pace to catch up to him. He might need some mistakes out of those two battling, but he's got a little over a lap and a half left. Can't get the inside rut. Goes outside, cuts back in. Wow, Reed. Just first you take him out, and then he gets screwed in there. Oh, where's Dizzle? Dizzle making a comeback. There's Dizzle. He was down there with Neon. Neon retired. Dizzle ain't no quitter. Not like last week. I told him, let's not quit this week. Didn't tell him until the stream, but hey, not quitting. He's moving forward. Better result than last week, no matter what. And it's Taro ahead of him, who took him out last week in that first turn pile up. So, betcha he's moving. He better beat him. Feeling for your Dizzle. Get up there. Oh, battle between Joku and Logan. Around the outside. Didn't Dizzle beat you in outdoors, Reed, when he's worse at outdoors? At Iron Man, the 2015 round? Just 2 weeks ago or a week ago. But Dizzle holding on strong. Logan and Joke is still battling. They gotta be careful, man. It's last lap here. Now we gotta wait and see. For the boys, but there's Callum. Let's go take an eye. Where's Troy? Oh, there's Troy. He got passed by Callum. I don't think anything's going to happen back there, so we're going to keep an eye on this lead battle for the LCQ victory. Georgian gets the step over, going to go triple here. Callum, different lines. He's going to triple into the corner. Callum doubles. Oh, who gets a better drive here? Georgian looking to get a better drive, going right side of the whoops, getting a little squirrely, gets the triple. Oh, he's going to triple again, almost jumps into him. Only has to double, actually, because of the overjump. Down the inside he goes. Trojan just gunning it for an LCQ victory here. Looking for the inside. He sends it. Callum bucks. Trojan cannot get in time. Callum's going to win the LCQ. Trojan P2 is going to be a P3 for Logan here. And then Joku going to get that final transfer spot out of the LCQ. And then we got Taro going to get P5. Dizzle, hard charge up to P6. Definitely wants to be in here. He'll probably get in next week with these results slowly climbing forward for him. But that is it. Oh, bye-bye, Dizzle. Yeah, not what you want to see. I think he's tied for third in points, too, so not what he wants with a good shot at this title. And all of his people that he's tied with able to get in here. Oh, there's Jesse making a mistake, and Leo. All right, I am backing out of this thing quickly, because I gotta pop up the main. All right, well, I guess now we wait. Yeah, see, let's look at points. Yeah, Neon was tied with Linz, Reed, and Trojan. All right. Well, before this LCQ, I'm gonna run an ad. So I think there already was one, but I don't have the edits up. I've been just doing like pictures. Like this. I've been mostly doing pictures because it's easier because I re-upload these things to. Oh my god! Thank you for saying something. Whew. Here we go. Here we go. We got it. We got it in time. We got it in time. See if Ken's gets the whole shot from the far inside here. Gate's about to drop. It is down. Yachty from the outside looks to be getting a good drive, but Moza is going to get into the corner first. So a lot of people go down, but it's Moza with the whole shot. Then we got Murda. Ken's on the far left side. Oh, goes off track a little bit. It looks like Murda went down. Ken's getting back on track. Moza mistake off the track, so it's going to be Ken's leading the way. Not what these guys want to see. He might be pulling a big gap like last week, as long as he could stay consistent. But we got Victor moving his way into P2 ahead of Jam. And Moza smiles down the inside. K, oh, down goes Victor and Jam, and he's going to take the whole pack, and that's going to give Ken's about a 5-second lead, which is not what you want to see if you're Moza trying to move through the pack here. But then we got Nico and Smiles. Rytalk's up here in P5. Moza trying to lead this group on. If they just don't battle, they might have a chance to catch back up to him. But they're already 3.5 seconds down, and Ken's with some clean air and no pressure is a dirty combo that can help him pull away. And Nico down, misses the rut, and the front end goes out from under. Here comes Chapstick from the LCQ, lands on him. Nico takes down Jinx along with him. Everybody jumping over him now. But out front, it is Ken's, your points leader right now. He went first place at round 1. He got a first place last week by about 20 seconds. And now he's trying to do it again with Moza leading the charge. He had a horrible race last week after getting, I think, P2 or P3 in that first round. And it looks like Benderson off the track, able to come across in time. But it's going to be Victor P3. And then Rytalk sitting P4 right now. First year for him of racing, and it looks like he made last week. He's going to make this week as well. And moving past Victor to get into a podium spot is Rytalks. Trying to move forward. He's got Moza ahead of him. Can he get a decent drive? Gets a little squirrely swapping. Able to hold on to it. Barely gets the double. Victor right behind him. He's going to go double, triple, double like the rest of them. None of them able to get the triple, triple, single. But we finally see Chapstick and Valentine battling here. Chapstick third in points, and then he got Shifty, who's fourth in points. MTHW, who was second in points before last week. Then we see Yoda, who's up there as well in P6. Nico K, Frank, and then we finally see Murda, who's P2 in points, down here battling with Frank for P17. Not what he wants to see with the early title hopes. You know, coming into this week and only about 7 rounds to go after tonight. But going back up front, you see Empty. Rytalk's battling. Looks like he had a few crashes, and he's down to P7, maybe P6, because Shifty is right in front of him. Might have some cuts, though. But back out front, it looks like Ken's pulling away even more, and Victor got a 10-second gap as Moza made a mistake. So Victor got into P2. Moza sitting P3. Valentine in P4. P5 is going to be Chapstick, and then you see Rytalks going down with MT there right behind. Shifty struggles to get going for Rytalks, so Smiles is going to get going. HW trying to get past. Rytalks can only get past MT. Jinx gets the triple line. He's going to step off. MT kind of lands on him, gets the bad end of it, and Jinx is going to get by both of them. You got Drew behind him. Second from the outside for HW. See if he can get a drive. Starts bouncing and kicking forward, backwards. Able to save it, but Jinx is going to hold on to get back by him. And then back up front. Like I said, it's still Ken's. You see how big of a gap he has. He is in the stand right now, and that is P2 in the background, just jumping on a state of Victor. Moza trying to rebound, like I said, after a horrible round number 2. Valentine also up there in points, I believe. Trying to make a good Chapstick, like I said, P3. Then we got Shifty, who's P4. Smiles. Looks like Rytalks has lost a little bit of ground, but still keep an eye on this battle for P2. Trying to keep it close. Chapstick trying to close on in here. Victor getting the step over. And then going single, double, triple, triple for Moza and Valentine. See if they could hold steady here, getting the triple on. It looks like Victor made a small mistake, lost some time. Had to only double after that table over single. And then a double into the corner, though, slows them up, so it equals out after that mistake. Gotta wait and see if Moza can close in again. Like I said, trying to rebound here. Ken's already after the finish line, so even more of a gap. It's up to 14 seconds now between them. Somebody's down in the whoops. And it looks to be Smiles as Rytalk's trying to pass by him. Damn. Okay, Dizzle. Big money, man. Oh, you gave Linz a gifted sub. Way to go, Dizzle. You gave a couple of unks getting some subs here. But Valentine trying to hold on steady here with Moza just up the road ahead of him. And Victor still sitting P3. Ken's still absolutely moving in the lead. It's up to 15 seconds now. So once again, slowly pulling out inside for Valentine. Able to barely get over it. Cannot get the double across the start straight. And now Buddy's right on Moza as Moza covers the inside. Going double, then triple, triple. Once again, they got Victor up ahead. Only had a double into the corner. So now the battle is on for P2. Triple onto the corner. Step off, gets a second triple. Valentine has to double. Moza closing in now, though. Victor right ahead of him. We'll see if he could get it through the whoops here. See who's B's more steady. Moza gets a drive down the left-hand side. Goes for the triple. Gets a second triple. Cases it, and Victor's going to hold on just because of that case if Moza got it. And then he makes a mistake, and Valentine's going to capitalize. So just being patient, he made the pass on Moza as Moza was looking to get past Victor for P2. So now over the finish line jump. Looks like it is up to 15.5 now. But these guys got to be careful. As Chapstick, he's got a little bit of gap to him. Valentine tried to double opposite line from Victor. Could not get it done, but now he's right on him heading into the sand here. Victor going to cover the inside. It's going to be the outside for Valentine. Is down he goes. Tucks the front end on the outside of the sand. Going to lose him some costly time, and Moses is going to move into that P3 spot once again. See Chapstick through the sand, then he got Shifty. These two, like I said, up there in the points for a bit. Oh, Valentine cases again, so Chapstick is going to be close here to moving up into that P4 spot. Down the inside he goes. Both going to go single. Then they're going to go double, triple, triple. The line that I think is more consistent for these 250 riders. Even better because he tripled in the corner. Valentine cases, and Chapstick's going to get by him into P4. And if he's not too careful, Shifty's going to be right there on him quickly as well. And server said bye-bye. I fucking hate children, dude. Like it just ruins the mood, and that's what they're fucking going for, and you just know it too. Like they just can't let anybody have fun on the game, and they think they're so fucking funny. I hope Nico finds them and actually charges them, because it's such a pain in the ass to have to deal with week in and week out now, or every single race. Ah, welp. DDoS attack. That's what happened, Magnus. We got a bunch of children who think it's funny to close servers from people trying to have some fun and race. So that is unfortunately what happened. Just people thinking they're big dogs being funny, and they're really not. Just ruining the night for others. Well, we're waiting to see what happened because some people are saying just take the results as is, um, and other people are saying to actually race it. So we're just waiting to see what happens. Keeping an eye on the ARL Discord and all that good jazz. So yeah, it sucks because all the people that were actually charging like Chapstick was starting to move forward. Shifty Smiles, all them were starting to really find the ground and yeah, unfortunate, but just gotta take it and move on. See what they do with results wise. Yeah, they're um, that is still the old server. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see what MePie wants to do about it. No, they're DOSing this. So DDoSing, I don't know exactly the exact terms for it, but basically it's selecting a server to just basically shut down. Like they are forcibly disconnecting a server is what that's happening. I don't know exactly what DDoS stands for or what it means, but that is basically what's happening. Is just they're selecting a server specifically and shutting it down. So it's not a random DDoS. DDoS is always like intentional. So basically a cyber attack, yeah. It is basically just people thinking they're funny and all that. So yeah, sending a bunch of traffic so that it crashes. It happened in Sim for a while, for like I said, 2015 or 16, I think, something like that. Almost forced RF to shut down because it was happening so much. Then they found the perpetrators, and luckily it's stopped since then. Um, and now Bikes is happening, but knowing Nico, he'll find out who's actually doing it pretty easily with how tech savvy he is with stuff like that. Oh, it'll probably happen on MTG Jizzle, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know exactly how to do it. But I think it's just the server itself instead of the anti-cheat. But I don't know if it's changed, but I knew that it is illegal in many countries to do DDoS, so, or to DDoS something. Alright, so, official announcement from Ariel Meat Pie. Both 250 and 450 mains are going to be postponed due to the DDoSing attack. So, it's looking like there will be no 250 or 450 main race tonight. It does kind of suck because all the grinding children will grind the tracks like crazy to get faster and faster for future dates. I expect it to be held during some time. If it is held on a day that I work, I cannot physically stream it. I will try my best though. Right now they're holding a vote, so we'll see how long it goes on. But I will try to give you guys the best available chance on whenever the rerun is gonna happen. Because obviously they can't take away the track since it's already been out. So, I have no idea. They might try NA. If it happens, then they will probably do the same for NA. But yeah, just EU. So now, for now, EU's postponed. I'm guessing, yeah, like he says, they're probably gonna try to find the people. They're probably still gonna try to run NA just as is. But if it happens, they're probably gonna end up doing the same thing. Right now, it's looking like Sunday. Which most likely means I cannot stream it as I work Sunday. Ooh, actually, I forget. I work nights, so I might be able to stream. We'll see. Keep it updated. I should be able to if it is going to be around the same time as now. So, yes, there you go. There's special media. He's the one that streams NA. So, but yeah, he said it will be live. But yeah, if it's Sunday, same time, um, I would do it, and I think it'll just be the mains as everything else already went through. So, I will stream it. It is looking like Sunday. So, if it's same time as quality starts, it'll probably be around, if you're American, 3 o'clock to 3:30 Eastern. I don't know then, but sure, why not? I'll let you say that, Reed. All right, well, that is going to be it for the night then. So we tend to end this way. Whenever I post it, I'll probably skip out all the negative shit. It's gonna cost a lot of editing, but hey, there we go. Fun stream. Thank you all to everyone who showed out. I think we had up to 130 people at one point, so that was fun. Even though all this kind of happened, but yeah, thank you both for showing out. All you guys that are racing, I will see you Sunday, as it's looking like that is going to be the day. But yeah, everybody that's mad, like Ryan said in the post, be mad at the idiots who just thought this would be funny. So, thank you, boys. Dad is gonna call it for me. I will see you all later, as I now gotta go build a PC, I guess, for my dad. All right, peace out. Talk to you Sunday.